Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. So today I'm going to be doing a 3 looks 1 palette with this beautiful palette. It's the Essence Beautiful palette. So yeah, it's a £9, yeah, it's £9 eyeshadow palette, and just look how gorgeous that looks. It's completely neutral. I have got a bright palette in my Shop My Stash for this week as well, so I might do a look with that as well also, like a get ready with me, not necessarily 3 looks 1 palette, but yeah, I've really wanted to use this ever since I bought it back at the beginning of March, but I've had other palettes to use, so it's just gone unused. So I thought, why not use it today in a 3 looks 1 palette. So let me just go and grab my concealer. Right, and rather than use my Revolution Conceal and Define, I thought I would try using this one today all over the eyelids, just because I'm not a lover of the doe foot of it, to be honest. So we're just going to try and use it on the eyelids. It's quite scratchy. Even on the eyelids it feels scratchy. Right, so let's get into the eyeshadow palette. So I've said before, the last palette I got from Essence was the G'day Sydney palette, and that was beautiful. Such a great formula, so I've got high hopes for this. I have swatched it. I'll do some swatches at the end as well. Yeah, so I have swatched it and they're just so creamy and buttery. So yeah, I really got high hopes for it. So we're going to start off with this in the buff shade. Really pleased that they put a cream ivory shade in. So what that means is I just don't have to dip into my Too Faced chocolate bar, even though I wouldn't mind because that's a Project Pan eyeshadow. Right, I'm going to bring my chair forward instead of zooming in. Okay, so for the crease, what are we using? Okay, decided. So I'm going to be using On My Own, and then I'm going to be using Fired Up, which is that nice orange shade. So just looking at it, there are 4 matte eyeshadows and then there's 6 shimmers. It's not a bad variety. Right, so let's try this Smashbox brush. I didn't realise, but I do have a bit of a crease brush. Still haven't got around to washing my other brushes. So yeah, let's try this brush and see how this does. It's not doing too bad. This On My Own shade is blending out really well. Almost blending itself. But let me just show you, there is a lot of fallout, so it's a good job I did tap my brush off, otherwise it would have been halfway down my face. So I can imagine the Fired Up shade is going to have a lot of fallout as well because it's even darker. So yeah, we're going to go into Fired Up. Yeah, it's doing the same thing. I don't know whether to put this all over the lid and then into the crease, but then to use an eyeshadow, use one of the eyeshadows as a topper. Yeah, let's do that. I want to see how it looks. Oh, that looks good, guys. Doesn't that look good? I've started doing this with matte eyeshadows and I don't normally do it. I normally just put the mattes through the crease and then a shimmer all over the eyelid. But yeah, I really like the look of that. I'm just gonna swatch the colour off and then I can blend it out a bit. Right, and then what we're doing don't know what's fallen down there. What we're doing is I'm going to go back into In the Buff, just for the brow bone. Maybe Grecian. That one. Right, and then in the inner corner we'll use Top Up. That really is the only shade you can use in the inner corner. Right guys, and that is look number 1 done. Real like that. I really love that orange all over the lid. That would make a good shade just all over the lid with that one through the crease. So on my own and fired up without even putting a shimmer over the top. Yeah, I think it really would. But we're going to go on to look number 2. A lot of these shades are really similar, is my only complaint so far in the palette. But we'll find out how similar they are when we do the swatches. Like Grecian and True Mate, they look real similar. This Coffee Talk is just a hair or two darker, I would say. Yeah, and then On My Own and My Time are pretty similar as well, which I don't normally mind because that is just a little bit darker. So yeah, let's get into the next look, guys. Right, so we're ready to apply the eyeshadow for look number 2 now. So I've put the concealer on and I put that on my own like cream ivory shade all over the lid. I didn't think you'd need to see that again. So what we're going to go in with this time, On My Own, and I think I will use My Time instead of like this orange shade. I do really like it, but obviously we've already used it, so I'm gonna like kind of clean it off. I've no complaint with these matte eyeshadows so far. I'm not going to put a matte one all over the lid. I need to test out the shimmers and just see how they perform. Like this one, when I put it over, fired up, applied more like a eyeshadow topper than an eyeshadow, but that's completely normal, I guess. It is a light shade and you can always build it up. My stomach is growling, saying, feed me. I'm having a really nice tea tonight, guys. I'm having salt and pepper chicken. I'm having egg fried rice and mushrooms and gravy. So yeah, I can't wait for that. Not really eating much to eat today. Right, so let's just take that shade off and blend those colours out a little bit. Right, then we're gonna go in. No, not Coffee Talk. We're gonna go. Right, we're gonna go in with My Time. With there only being 4 mattes, you have to use. And if like I'm doing 3 looks, I'm going to have to use some of these mattes again in the 3rd look. That's real pretty. Let's just colour switch the brush so we can blend it out a bit better. Right, and then again On My Own. Is it? No, In the Buff. Yeah, they do have a lot of kick up, so you have to like really tap your brush off. But that's no problem. Right, let's use Coffee Talk because I want to use True Me for the last look. Yeah, so let's use Coffee Talk here, which is the darkest shade in the, well, the darkest shimmer in the palette. It's like a bronze shade there. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, that is absolutely stunning. It's a really nice smoky eye. Let's just zoom in. That is a stunning look. Really like that one. So that one was look number 2. These, I feel like I'm getting through these looks relatively quick. They blend out, these eyeshadows, like a dream. So yeah, let's now get into look number 3. Right, so we're doing look number 3, but I always do my makeup before I do the eyeshadows, so we'll do that. So I'm just going to apply this Mally Perfect Prep Poreless Primer, all in the T-zone. Right, and then we'll get the other primer that I pulled. Right, so the other primer I pulled is, I've not done this intentionally, but it's an Essence one. It's the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer. Healthy glow, pore minimising effect with vitamin complex and cranberry water. And I absolutely love this. You can tell I love it, you know. We're really getting down to it now, guys. So, let's pop this on the rest of the face to make us all dewy. I need to use this up. I don't want to put it in a project though, just because once it's gone I'll probably be like, you need to get some more of that because it's that good. I've said this before on so many videos, I didn't get this at the price that it should have retailed for. I think it was £5 originally. Local Wilko did the foundation that I get all my Essence products from, and they didn't do this, so I had to buy it from Amazon, and I paid about £8 for it, and it's 30 mils. You would pay more than £8 for a primer normally in other places, but it is a drugstore product, and I don't really want to pay that again, to be honest. Not if it's only worth £5. So I don't think I'll repurchase it, but it is a really good primer if you can get it for the £5 that it's worth. Right, so foundation. So we're real getting down to it, guys. I'm just using the brush. Ever since I painted my nails, I've not wanted to go in with my fingers. Normally I would just go in with my fingers. A little bit definitely goes a long way. I just want it gone now, guys. So I can use a different foundation. That should be more than enough. Maybe 1 or more 2 uses and it'll be gone. Buffing brush. So I'm using this Real Techniques one to buff foundation out, and then what I do is also go in with a sponge just in case I've got any telltale signs of marks. So how are you all doing anyway? I hope you're all well, staying safe, but most of all sane. Real tricky time. I'm just about staying sane, guys. YouTube is making me stay insane, and also blogging is making me stay insane, and other things I have to do around the house. There's always things to do. And I'm in the process of filming a video all about polycystic ovary syndrome. If you didn't know, I got diagnosed in my late teens of having it, but that was after years of going to the doctors back and forth, and I'm filming a video all about it and how I cope with it. Like, a big problem for polycystic ovary syndrome sufferers is they get hairs. Like for me personally, it is real degrading, especially like when people notice it and pull you up on it, saying, oh, you've got hairs there under your chin, and I'm fair skinned, you know, so you can't really tell that much, but you can tell, and when I'm pulled up on it, it makes me feel like probably about that big. I mean, it's not strangers that do it. Family members have done it a few times before they actually knew how it affected me, so you know, I don't want to give them a hard time about it, but they have made me feel a bit small over the years about it. So yeah, I'm putting a video together about polycystic ovary syndrome in the hope that if you're going through it, or if you're in the process of being diagnosed, it might help. And also what I use to actually get rid of the hair as well, how I remove it. There's a clip in the video about that, so that'll be going up soon. I've just filmed the clip of how I remove the hair. It is a little bit gross, but it's interesting. So yeah, I filmed the clip. I've not actually filmed the footage of how and when I got diagnosed, and you know, how I coped with it and all that. So yeah, that video will be probably coming to you in a few weeks. I said at Christmas I wanted to film it, and we're now in April, so yeah, it needs to be done, I think. It needs to go on the channel. I wouldn't normally put it up just because it is such a personal story to me, but I feel like there's a lot of people in the world with this PCOS. It's called PCOS for short, and it could help someone, so yeah, I thought, why not do it? You know, let your channel be about more than makeup. I love makeup, like we all do in this community, but you know, there is more to me than makeup, so you know, I just wanted to let you all know that. Right, let's get back to the makeup. That's looking pretty good, but I'm still going to go in with a sponge as per usual, and the setting spray. See, Elf Dewy setting spray in here. I'll be glad when this setting spray is gone as well, guys. There's not too much left. This sprayer here is had its day. It like pleases itself when it wants to actually work for me. Right, and what I'm going to do for concealer, instead of using my Project Pan concealer, I'm going to try this one last time. When I tried it the first time in a getting ready using Primark products, testing Primark products and a few other brands, I really didn't like it, but I only use a tiniest bit now, here and here. It's a bit more. Not much comes out of this. I think this one was only £2, so it's not bad for the price. It's in the shade Porcelain. Those birds outside sound like they're having a lovely time. Free as a bird. I'll definitely never ever take for granted life again when it resumes back to, I wouldn't say the way it was, because I don't think it will. I don't think any of us will feel the same about life again, you know. It's just, it really does make you think. Puts things into perspective, especially when you watch the news every night and you see how many lives coronavirus has actually taken. I don't like watching the news to hear it, but I feel like I have to keep up to date with the news at least once a day. So I tend to watch 10 o'clock news at night and just see what's going on there. I'm so pleased that Boris Johnson has left hospital now and is recovering at home. It's amazing that he's done that, especially as he did. Like, he went into hospital, I think he was on a ward, and then he went to ICU, and the whole nation was worried about him, even people that didn't much care for him. But yeah, I'm just so glad that he's going home now to recover. That shows real progress, and yeah, hope he gets well soon. Right, so what are we doing now? Let's put some powders on. So I'm going to put this Elf sheeting finishing powder in Fairlight just underneath my eyes. Just looks like that. This one's gonna have to go back on Monday just because I've had it out now for nearly 3 weeks. So I just need to get the right brush. I'll just use this Real Techniques setting brush. Just put it. And also I don't want to run out of this before I can actually buy a new one, because I will buy a new one of this, it's that good. It's the dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one. And then this one is next, so number 7, Translucent Perfect Light Loose Powder. I've been enjoying this as well lately. I used it under my eyes yesterday and it looked nice. It's a very, very lightweight powder. It's throwing me off this because all my brushes, all my best brushes are waiting to be washed. I'm just going to use this all over the face. This is normally a brush that I use on the eyes, but I don't want a ton on. Just want to set it. I understand what people are raving about this now. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Not tried it. Don't think I'm going to. I've kind of been put off by it, to be honest. The only Laura Mercier powder I've tried in my life is the Secret Brightening Powder in shade 1, and guys, I really don't like it. I don't like it even more now I know that there's those fine particles of glitter in it. At first I thought it was my glowy, I was using that Rimmel highlighter underneath it, but I've also worn it without that and it's not that. I mean, it's not so glittery that I would just get rid of the powder like I did with the collection one. I'll put the collection one here so you can go and watch that video, and you can see how glittery that was. But it's not a great powder. I didn't like it beforehand, so it's not down to the you know, it's not down to the glitter in it, but I would never repurchase that again. But it's a holy grail for so many people here on YouTube. Right, so now we're moving over to bronzer. I think I'm going to use my Chanel one. I just want to get more use out of it. I used it yesterday, so we'll use it again today. Right, so let's get into the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, and it's a universal bronzer. I didn't like this for so long, but I found a new way of actually applying it. So I apply it with this brush here, a nice big fluffy brush, so it kind of isn't that pigmented. It just like blends it in really, really nice. And I really need to get a lot of use out of this just because there is so much product left, and it's an older product, and cream products don't last forever, do they? So yeah, we need to start using this more. It's part of Project Pan anyway. It's Project Pan last year as well, but I didn't really get that much use out of it. So maybe once or twice a week I can leave it in the drawer there and use it. Then I'll just put a bit under my neck area here. So what does everyone think of this? Have you tried it? What are your personal thoughts on it? Because everyone raves about it so much, and I was like, what is the big deal? I bought it when it was the big deal on YouTube a few years back, but now it's getting to the point where it really is old. It performs really well still, and it's still got that Chanel scent, so it's not gone bad or anything. And while it's not gone bad, I am going to continue to use it, but I'm just wondering what you guys' thoughts are on it. Right, so for blush I'm using this Illamasqua one It just comes in a nice compact like that, and it's the shades Lover and Hussy, the two main shades that Illamasqua do. I don't think they do with this compact anymore. I got it from TK Maxx. So what I'm going to do is mix these two shades together, and I'm going to use this big fluffy blush brush by Real Techniques. Let me just... Right, so we'll go in the darker shade first, and then the peachy shade. Right, and then highlighter. We're going to be using the Sleek palette I brought out for the Shop My Stash. So this is the Sleek Makeup, and the highlighters you get are Ecliptic, Hemisphere, Subsolar and Equinox. So I used Hemisphere yesterday, which is this purple one here. So for today I want to go in with this one, Equinox, and this like peachy shade one there. So I just need to get my highlighter brush wherever you are. I think I'm going to use the Real Techniques setting brush. I'm just going to take the colour off it from the powder. And the only thing that's not good in this palette is the cream products. The cream product, should I say. It's called Ecliptic. And you can get these products separately now, so you can buy them individually. So I think I might buy all three highlighters separately, just because this is on the older side, and then I can just declutter this one. I mean, it's working fine, but I remember it being a little bit more pigmented than this. So when I get the other ones, I'll just get one a month or something, and I'll declutter that once I've got the others. I mean, it's working fine, and you can see the highlighter, it's beaming and everything, but part of me wonders, is it still okay to use? Because it's like years old at this point. I got it when it was all the rave on YouTube, so YouTube definitely made me buy it. Right, so I think that's everything done, isn't it? So now we'll go back to the eyeshadow palette. So we're going to put some more concealer down. It's actually not bad, this concealer. I must be getting used to the scratchiness of the wand, because it doesn't feel as bad. I mean, you can tell it's still scratchy, but it doesn't feel as bad as normal. Or when I say normal, that first time I used it. Right guys, so now we're going to go in with In the Buff. And I've got to admit, for this third look, I don't know what mattes to use. I know what shimmer I'm using. Right, so we're going to start off on my own. That's a given. So that's that one again there. Whoops. These palettes just got a mind of their own. Into the corner there. I can't believe the blend on these eyeshadows. They're just brilliant. If you're a beginner, this eyeshadow palette will be your best friend, because it is like I hear this all the time, it's like they blend themselves. I mean, obviously, you know, I've got a good eyeshadow brush here. These Smashbox brushes are real good. But yeah, it's like they are blending themselves. Right, I think I'm going to go in, let's just take that off and blend it out a little bit better. And look at that blend. I've got some more expensive eyeshadow palettes that don't blend that well. Formula on these mattes are amazing. I think I'm going to go in with Fired Up again. Probably not all over the lid, because I want to use True Me. So yeah, we're just going to use that in the crease and maybe on the lower lash line as well. So just underneath that lighter shade. I would definitely wear that as a one and done eyeshadow. As a quick look out the door. To get out of the door, should I say. I just feel like these eyeshadows don't need a lot of blending. So I've been binge watching all you guys' declutters, shop my stash videos. I just love a good shop my stash video. I think that's what inspired me originally to start my own shop my stash videos, and I've been doing them over a year now. I just love doing it. I love going through my collection, rotating through all my makeup, and it stops me buying all the new releases. I don't need all the new releases. I've got a ton of eyeshadow palettes. I mean, yes, there are certain things that I still want. Mainly Ofra highlighters. I want to try the Ofra formula. I also want to try the Colourpop Baby Got Peach eyeshadow palette. I'm always saying that in videos. But they're the only two things that I want to try. I know Samantha March has got that new highlighter. Well, she's brought a highlighter out, hasn't she? A blush and a bronzer. That looks amazing. I don't think I would get everything from that collection. I do want to try just the normal Ofra highlighters, like a few of the colour ones that they brought out first. People are telling me the formula's amazing, and every so often Beauty Bay will do a sale on them, so I'd probably wait till then anyway to get it. Wow, that's those. Sorry, I'm just looking at the matte eyeshadows. They are amazing. Right, so True Me is, what kind of shade is that? I'd say it's more of a gold with a bronze undertone, so hopefully this should look good. Oh my gosh, guys, this is a beautiful palette. Right, so let's put it out there. What's falling? I don't know what's falling down there. Why pay a fortune for a palette when you can get this for £3.50 or £5.50 normal retail price? Oh, it's so gorgeous. And I've not even wet a brush to get it like that foiled. Right, shall we try and wet a brush? Where's my Smashbox one? That has like this section, so we'll put some setting spray on it on the black side. I just want to see what it looks like when it's foiled, like when it's wet. Oh, it's amazing. Look at that. That is amazing. Right, and then we're going to get my highlighter brush. I'm going to wet it. I want to see what that highlighter shade looks like wet. Top up. That one. Beautiful. That is a beautiful, beautiful look. Right, so let's do the lash line. I think what I'm going to do on the lash line is maybe just put the orange down, because you can only, like, you can only see the orange on my lid anyway, so let's just put the Fired Up all over the lash line. If it's too bright, we can always go in with On My Own as well. So it's just on this little accent brush. Right, and I'm not going to go in right to the corner there. Maybe I will go in with that brown On My Own as well. Not putting a ton on. Right, so that'll do. Right, so now we need to do my brows, my eyeliner, mascara and lips. So let's go and do that. So, well, that can go over there for a sec. I'll just go and get all. Actually, we didn't put any of this powder on just to kind of sharpen the contour out, the bronzer. So let's do that. I'm just going to go in with this Shine XO brush again and just do that. Oh, that highlighter is popping. Needs blending in a little bit like the bronzer does. So we'll do that before we put on the brow products. Right, we'll just go in with this Brow Define brow pencil that I've been trying to use. I just don't much care for it, guys, if I'm being completely honest with you. But I don't like to see waste either. It's just a real stiff brush. Sorry, pencil. I'm going to use it till the end of the month. And if I really don't like it, it's being decluttered in the next declutter. Because what is the point in forcing yourself to use something that you just don't enjoy using? It's got a little blending brush on it. Right, and then I'm going to go in with something that I do really like. It's the Makeup Gallery Slay the Brow. It's from Poundland. Really love this. This was the last thing I got from Poundland before the lockdown. Definitely want to get more of this in the future. And then mascara, we'll put mascara on. I'm going to tightline with Maxx Black. I didn't know which I was going to do first, but yeah, we'll do this. It's just a real good mascara. It gives the appearance that you're wearing false eyelashes, which I absolutely love. That's what I look for when I'm buying a mascara, because I can't actually put false lashes on. So yeah, I look for that kind of false lash doll eye effect. So yeah, this one is a really good one, and it's only £2.50 from Primark, which is amazing. So now we're gonna see which lipstick I want to wear out of the whole lipstick edit. So let's go and see what we've got. I'm not really feeling it for any of the lipsticks. A lot of them, well, not a lot, there's about 3 of them that I'm thinking about decluttering, but this one I've not worn this month. It's the PS Velvet Matte Lipstick Crayon. I think it's a Nude Beach. Yeah, it is. It's that one. So we'll just use this. It's just a nude lipstick. Habit of putting lipsticks in my jeans pocket, and obviously they get hot there and some of them melt. But yeah, I absolutely love this look. What do you think, guys? Really like it. I love the orange. I've got to say, I really do like the orange. Oh, we said we were going to do swatches, didn't we? So let's get the palette. So when I say the orange, I mean fired up. So we're going to go row by row. So let's start off with In the Buff. You're probably not going to see it. It just looks like that. You're definitely not going to see it on my hand. I'm just going to go in with a few swatches though. Now it's there. The next one along is Grecian. So we've used the entire first row. That's why it only looked like an eyeshadow topper, because it is very light. But I bet you could build that up by wetting your brush. Top up is the inner corner highlight. This one is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. That one would look really nice all over the eyelid. So that's really nice and reflective. It's almost wet looking. So that's right. So let's start off with the middle row now. So we've got True Me on now, which I really enjoyed. Oh, that is so beautiful, isn't it? We've also got Oh, we've used this middle row as well on my own and fired up. So we'll just give these a swatch. I'm just swatching them once. The battery's flashing and it's going to go soon. So that's what they look like. Beautiful, beautiful mattes, and I love the shimmer as well. Is that my favourite row? That potentially could be my favourite row, you know guys, the middle row. So we're moving on to the last row in the palette. Right, so we've got My Time, which, no, I didn't use that this time, but I have actually used it in a look. I've used all the mattes apart from the black, and that's just because I stay away from black eyeshadow. I don't think it suits me. Even in the outer corner it doesn't look great. I might actually try it though for this video. So let's just swatch these and then we'll go back in and try it. Actually, we'll see how pigmented it is first. So I've just swatched Coffee Talk, which is that darker light brown bronze shade there, which is another beautiful shimmer. Now we're going to go in with a black. Oh, it's real smooth. Midnight it's called. I don't know, I quite like, yeah, I'm not going to do it. I quite like the eyeshadow as it looks and I don't want to ruin it. Maybe I will use it in another look, and yeah, we'll just leave it as it is. But it is a really pigmented black. I just don't tend to use black eyeshadows. Really love this palette. I've got to say, you know, there isn't really any eyeshadows that I think, well, that's a dud, or it's just a really bad formula. Like I said, in my opinion, Essence are like Primark. Their eyeshadow palettes are really getting better. I've got some eyeshadow palettes by Essence and the formula just isn't there, like in the eyeshadows anyway. So yeah, I've been really enjoying using this, and hopefully I'll use it again in my Shop My Stash video. But next time I think, well, I know I'll be doing a get ready with me using this palette. So this is the Revolution Reloaded Passion for Colour, but I'm only going to be doing a get ready with me with this, I think. Down the line I'll probably do 3 looks 1 palette if I decide to keep it. Some of these reloaded palettes are going to end up being decluttered just because I don't have a need for 8 eyeshadow palettes, and some of them are really similar. So yeah, I'm going to be testing these 1 a week and just see how I feel about them. Thank you for watching this video today. It really does mean a lot. If you've not already subscribed to the video, I would love it if you would. Just click that notifications bell down below and subscribe button, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.